The Musashi Industrial and Starflight concern was formed in 2805 in an arranged business merger between the failing Hato Electronics Corporation and the Musashi Lifestyle Design Unit spin-off of Acorn Limited. The merger made smart use of Hato's extensive network of large-scale production facilities and Musashi's reputation for design genius. MISC is based on Sase in the Centauri system. MISC is also known for their especially ergonomic factories, with every spacecraft piece assembled robotically with expert precision. Fully modular, identical production lines have been established on dozens of worlds. For most of the concern's history, the majority of business has come from the production output of their heavy industrial division. MISC HI is responsible for a range of configurable bulk transport spacecraft, which are ubiquitous in UEE space. These sturdy modular hulls are the basis for the majority of human corporate shipping. Their unexpected popularity among the Xi'an has spawned an unlikely business relationship. MISC is the only human spacecraft corporation to sign a Lend-Lease agreement with the Xi'an, agreed to in a closed-door conference in 2910. Although the actual specifics of the deal have remained a tightly held trade secret, insiders suggest that Xi'an technology has played heavily into freelance development, while seemingly Xi'an-produced Hull Ds are becoming an increasingly common sight at border outposts. MISC's newer line of spacecraft incorporate Xi'an thruster technologies adapted for use in their human craft. MISC has funneled profits from their corporate line into the development of two spacecraft that are nominally marked for personal use, the Freelancer and the Starfarer. These spacecrafts are aimed to compete in a crowded marketplace against heavyweights like Robert Space Industries and Drake Interplanetary. Nevertheless, a carefully managed business plan and the 1-2 punch of a generalised private craft, the Freelancer, and a role-specific niche ship, the Starfarer, have found overwhelming success for the company in this arena. The Freelancer follows the MISC HI concept of extreme modularity on a smaller, more distinctive hull. Initially marketed as an efficient long-haul merchant ship for private enterprises, the Freelancer quickly became the ship of choice for dedicated explorers. With the range of a transport, plus room to install advanced scanning and jump technology, Freelancers have enabled their captains to chart a number of new jump points in recent years. With a noted engine upgrade capacity and the ability to manoeuvre better than any other dedicated transport ship, it's no wonder the Freelancer's roles continue to expand. It can also be said of the Freelancer that it has inspired more debate than any other spacecraft on the market. Detractors claim the hull is unattractive, that the cockpit's field of view is unnecessarily limiting, and that on paper it is not suited to the roles it is expanded to fill. Freelancers' supporters, however, are equally dedicated to the ship. They argue vehemently that the ship is the secret of their business success, that rare cost-effective ship that fulfills many of the same roles as the RSI Constellation, but requiring far fewer crew. Where the Freelancer was designed to appeal to a wide variety of small-scale roles, the Starfarer is a niche spacecraft through and through. As such, it has become the galaxy's standard fuel transport. Seeking to expand their private spacecraft lineup, a MISC analysis board conducted a survey of space travel, which resulted in a study on ship roles and the current shortcomings faced by space pilots. The end result? A decision to focus development efforts on a dual-role fueling craft, capable of both collecting spaceborne fuel and refueling other spacecraft in flight. Before the first Starfarer launch, both of these roles were performed by wildly different spacecraft, none of which were intent designed. Refueling was conducted by bulk transports equipped with massive aftermarket tanks, and the process itself had become notoriously dangerous. No ship is more vulnerable than when it is engaging in a refueling operation. Starfarers carry massive internal fuel tanks that are welded directly to the ship's core superstructure, making them significantly safer than a modified transport. A system of external probes and dual-pressure access nozzles allows these tanks to be accessed at any time, meaning that a Starfarer can scoop hydrogen from a gas giant as easily as it can offload fuel to a nearby ship. Starfarers can even be upgraded to carry basic refining mechanisms, allowing them to process sufficiently pure fuel themselves without need for a refinery visit. In 2946, MISC announced the Reliant. Following on the success of the Freelancer Built for Life campaign, MISC began development of a smaller, introductory class spacecraft that could be operated by a single pilot. Broad, sleek wings, multiple flight modes, and a second, fully articulated crew seat, The Reliant is a small ship with a great deal of potential. The MISC Reliant makes copious use of Xi'an technology, the most ever applied to a human ship design. From a moving cockpit that slots into place depending on the flight mode, to omnidirectional thrusters licensed under trade agreement with OPOA. Advanced Xi'an metal composites make up the armoured wingspan, and every control surface has been meticulously updated from those developed for the Freelancer by MISC's internal Xenotech team. The Reliant can change from horizontal to vertical flight modes at the touch of a button. With a larger cargo hold than the Aurora ES or the Mustang Alpha, the Reliant is a natural choice for anyone engaging in short-haul shipping. Ultimately though, the Reliant is no transport. It's a sleek and manoeuvrable utility ship more than capable of holding its own during combat. The Razor's story begins in 2833, when then CEO Corey Desmond decided to try and expand MISC's ship manufacturing focus from heavy industrial ships into lighter, more manoeuvrable ones. He set his sights on the dream of a new MISC ship taking the Murray Cup. The result was the Daedalus. The Daedalus competed in 2898, and although it set a best time on the new course, it did not win the Cup. 50 years later, and MISC unveiled their new attempt at the Murray Cup and to disrupt Origin's dominance over the event. Thanks to MISC's Lend-Lease agreement with the Xi'an, the Razor was designed and built at MISC's Rila facility under the supervision of veteran ship engineer Toko Selil, and offers advanced thrusters and other systems not currently available on competing racers. Variants include the Razor EX Stealth Interceptor and the overclocked Razor LX, which trades manoeuvrability and weaponry for a focus on pure one-directional speed. Development of the Prospector began in 2910, when MISC HI's engineering team, Cold Boot, were working on alternative roles for the Freelancer chassis. One idea, and the most unlikely to go forward, was to be a dedicated mining ship nicknamed simply the Miner. As other ideas petered out, it seemed like the Miner would head the same way, but testing of the now dubbed Prospector Proof of Concept Demonstrator A1 proved that the ship was more than capable of its role, it just needed work. The management at MISC HI were elated at the prospect of joining the ranks of spacecraft manufacturers producing lucrative mining ships. The board was ultimately so convinced that they removed the effort from Cold Boot entirely, funding the project and assigning a team of top engineers to develop it into a distinct design rather than a Freelancer conversion. MISC unveiled the Prospector to the galaxy in what it called a special preview showing at the 2924 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. The crowd reaction was harsh, with reviewers praising the design but strongly, and often cruelly, criticising the existence of the ship in the first place. In a world where 400-metre mining platforms could strip small asteroids in a matter of hours, there was simply no thought that an individual operator would ever pursue mining. Sales of the Prospector hit rock bottom shortly after launch and stayed there for 2 full years. Then came the Chessex Lode, a massive discovery of previously ignored raw materials on Ferron 2, and Chloe Raznick, owner and operator of one of the first 2925 MISC Prospectors off the assembly line. She had made the legal purchase of several hundred parcels of former military ground testing area in the hopes of salvaging expended shells and claiming the small bounties on radioactive debris collection. In the process of surveying her lot, she discovered a deep chasm into which she navigated her Prospector. Within days of the discovery, Prospector sales shot through the roof as people rushed to try their hands at this new career. Just as the Cold Boot team once predicted, the Prospector had given rise to a new class of miner, and now their work had equipped those independent miners to take on the galaxy. In short, the MISC hull series of ships is how cargo gets from place to place. An interconnected system of ships designed around the same principles and intended to share the same equipment and maintenance processes. MISC has created the Hull A through E to provide countless options for every type of merchant. From the single-person Hull A to the supermassive Hull E bulk freighter, there's a hull for every job. Each ship includes a manned cab, a drive unit, and a telescoping cargo spindle. When laden, the spindle expands to accept cargo pallets. While unloaded, the spindle retracts for faster, more manoeuvrable travel. The standardised spindle found on all 5 members of the Hull series is capable of securely attaching many types of cargo containers. These range from standard store-all big box containers to specialised freight units equipped for liquids, perishable goods, dispatch parcels, livestock, and more. Owing to the ubiquity of the cargo pallet system, many manufacturers have created third-party add-ons capable of taking advantage of the whole superstructure, offering ship upgrades, stealth cargo pods, and gimbaled turrets, with a corresponding reduction in cargo capacity. As a result of these expansion ports, the Hull series is one of the most modular starships available.
Mummy, my friend told me at school today that Star Citizen was a scam. Oh, Tim, is that why you got into a fight? Yes, Mummy. The only scam is people stealing all your internet infos and blocking your ability to watch things on Netflix and such with regional-based access. That's why we use our words, Tim. You should have told those bullies to get NordVPN, and also that Star Citizen is the best damn space sim ever.
Yes, these two people are right. Get NordVPN, and also Star Citizen's great. Also, Timmy was a 35-year-old teacher at the school. And it wasn't even a school, it was a pub, and he was a barman. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for February 2022, it's for an Aegis Sabre, the high-tech medium fighter with loads of firepower, but it comes in an auspicious red paint scheme as part of the Red Festival, as well as lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is comment on any of my videos made during the month. You can further support the channel by clicking the join button underneath any of my videos. You can also donate or become a Patreon. Your feedback, though, from comments really helps the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're looking for a diegetic little controlly boy that makes your Star Citizen experience and potentially some other games pretty good fun on your touchscreen devices, then check out Game Glass. You've got that, you've got NordVPN links, you've got loads of other stuff, all in the links below. Click them all! Click them all! Maybe not all of them, that would be madness.